What up, great people? It's the country CEO man in the house. Shoot, Sunday morning on the slow drive in, man. Sitting here thinking. We're going to talk to the folk today about how to storm-proof your life. And the text is Matthew chapter 7, where Jesus talks about, therefore, he who hears these words of mine and does them shall be like a wise man who built his house on the rock. And I thought about that thing, thought about you guys. What are we building? Why are we trying to build dump truck businesses? And is that more important than building strong lives? Obviously, the answer is no. But I think the same can be true for both of them. What are you talking about, country CEO? Well, I think that first of all, we got to get it right at a personal level. What are we building on? Metaphorically in the text, the rock is symbolic of the word. Now, the word is infallible, unchanging, powerful, true, and it should be the standard from which we see the world. In other words, the word ought to be just like these glasses. Without these glasses on, my point of view is my point of view. But then the glasses can be metaphorical for the word, in that when I see the world through the word, then it causes me to make my judgments, my actions, my words come out of my mouth, my decisions are seen through that lens, which is the word. That's what Jesus is trying to say in that text. You ought to build your life on the word, and you ought to make your decisions, hold out hope, have faith in, raise your children, just anything based upon how you look through the word and what it says about certain situations, circumstances, and things of that nature. In other words, it's the standard. The word is the standard. Whenever we have to make strong decisions and major decisions in life, and good, bad, indifferent, right? For me, that's my barometer. Okay, well, what is, automatically it kicks in, right? What does the word say? What's right and wrong in God's eyesight? Not mine, not my wife's, not my children, not the world, not the president, not the governor. What's right in the God's eyesight, which is found in his word? That's what we're supposed to be building our lives upon. But then if we do that, then you won't have any trouble building a dump truck business based upon that same thing. Because why? Because your principles, your decision making, what you believe about a certain thing, how you treat people, how you want to be treated, having integrity in your dealings, and all that good stuff is going to be based on that same worldview. And my old grandmother used to say she wasn't the smartest person in the world, and she ain't even having a high school education. But she used to say one thing: boy, if you do good, good will follow you. And so I've tried to build my dump truck business with that in mind. You do good, son, good is going to follow you. And I'm a living witness to that's true. That's a true statement. And it's rooted in what the word says. Treat people how you want to be treated. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. So when whatever you dish out comes back, right? The world tries to call it karma, but the Bible says you reap what you sow. So I'm going to leave you with this. In Galatians chapter 6, verse number 9, it says, be not weary in well-doing. In other words, don't get tired of doing good. Why, Jones? Because in due season, in the Greek language, due means a certain season, right? A certain season designed for you, just like a certain season is designed for me. In due season. That's important to remember, because a lot of times we see good coming to other folks and we be wondering about when is my turn. In due season. You just keep on doing good. In due season. In other words, when the time is right, you shall reap. In other words, get what's coming to you if you faint not, if you don't get tired. Talk Jones, right? So don't ever think that doing good and building a life on a solid foundation, building a dump truck business on solid principles and practices that are permitted by the potentate, are not doing you any good. In the long run, you get down the road a little piece, you will find that people are going to respect you for how you do business. And if how you do business is founded and rooted in the principles and precepts of our master, you gonna be, in the words of Kendrick Lamar, we gonna be all right. All right, y'all be good. I'm going in, get myself a situation so we can do battle with the devil this morning. Y'all be good.